Hey, this is Tyler. I wanted to make this video for you and just give you a couple tips that you can start implementing right away to outrank your competition online and really start bringing in jobs for your business. So I have your Facebook page pulled up, and I was going through and I was learning a little bit about your business and the services you offer and the area you're in. And what I did was I dug in and I did some competition research for you, and we're going to figure out exactly what they're doing in order to show up for certain keywords on Google and really take the lion's share of the customers out there. So I'm going to come over here to Google and we're going to type in HVAC Concord NH, which, obviously anytime you're looking for a service, you're going to type in that service you're looking for and typically the area you're in, or Google's pretty smart and they'll figure out, the area you're in as well. But this is a pretty good keyword and we'll take a look at that. And we come down here, we see the ad section, we see the map pack section, and then we see the organic section down here. But let's be honest, nobody comes down much further to click on the second, third, fourth page, right? So we want to make sure that we end up, somewhere in the top results here of the organic, and then in these top three in the map pack. So that's what we're going to talk about in the video. First things first, you want to create, whether it's a landing page or a full-on website to really showcase your work, allow customers to go and, get a quote, find your contact information, all of that, right? It legitimizes your business in a way. So we want to make sure to set that up. And that's what's going to help us get, in both of these sections, in the organic and in the map pack. All right, so what I did, again, was I typed in HVAC Concord NH, and we're going to talk about the organic section first. Sometimes we see Home Advisor or Yelp or Angie's List, but we want to click the first business that comes up, and we see LeBlanc HVAC, and it looks like this is their Concord page, right? So this isn't the home page of their site, but they have a page specifically for Concord, right? Now, it looks like this is the service area they have, but we come down and we want to kind of just figure out what's working for them. Obviously, it's a little, it's a nice site, nothing crazy, but they do have a lot going on, a lot of their services. You can click and figure out, what they do here, go to different pages. So it looks like they offer quite a bit, and then they have a ton of different service areas too. So the one thing I want to really point out though is the amount of content, and really the ease of use for a customer. Those are the two biggest things here. So there's a kind of a lot going on. It's a little bit overwhelming, and they don't have a lot of content. Google loves content. They like to see anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 words on the homepage of a website. And we're going to treat this as a homepage because it is a location-specific page. It's not necessarily a service page. So really going in and creating a site and then beating these guys out on the amount of content and the quality is going to help you outrank these guys. All right, but I also wanted to see, let's see, they got all these links. Do they have a phone number? Yeah, they have their phone number here, right, that we can click and then go to a quote. But we also want a clickable phone number for mobile, right? Because so many people are on their phone nowadays. We want to be able to just click and call. Sometimes they have it down at the bottom. No, see, this isn't clickable. So a couple things that you can, when creating a site, you can outmatch them. But I want to take you in the back end now, and I use a tool called Ahrefs, and we're going to see the data of their site. It shows the backlink information, which we'll get into in a little bit, and then the keywords. Now, with all that content you create on your website, it allows you to rank for specific keywords. Now, these keywords are being typed into Google all the time, right? And we're going to take a look at how often. You can see all the traffic they currently bring in on a monthly basis, and we're going to see what they're ranking for. So obviously their name, and then we have here HVAC service, Nashua NH, and AC service, HVAC NH, HVAC Manchester NH, and so on and so forth. So we want to really look at the buyer intent keywords, right? It includes the service and the location. And if we take a look, there's quite a bit here. Here's the search volume for all of these keywords. And then here's the traffic they're bringing in, and here's the position they are in Google. So you can see these guys are killing it right now. They're in the top couple positions for a lot of these keywords, and they're bringing in quite a bit of traffic because of it. So we want to focus on these specific keywords on our site and then figure out a way to outrank them. One way is obviously that higher quality content that we talked about. All right. Then the next would be backlinks. So, I'm sure you looked over a couple of these. having to do with HVAC, air conditioning, repair, all that stuff, right? So I'm sure you can see some great keywords here that can definitely be used throughout the site. But let's take a look at the backlinks now. All right, content's very important, and then backlinks is right up there. So we see here the information of their backlinks. We see they have 219, sites, 219 sites pointing back to theirs, and it's giving them over 1,000 backlinks. Now, really, a backlink is just a link from one site pointing back to yours, and it passes power and trust to your site. Right? When people click a link and they go to another site, they expect to find relevant content, right? And Google sees that, and they push up your rank in Google based off of the relative site that you're being linked from. All right, so if you're being linked from a gambling site, that's obviously not relevant. We want to be linked from HVAC quality sites, and then that's going to allow us to get numbers like these. All right, so these guys are doing really well in all these aspects, but you can definitely beat them out, like I said, by beating out their content and then beating out their backlinks as well. Okay, it's a big popularity contest with Google. So the higher quality backlinks and content you have than your competitors, the higher you're going to rank. Pretty simple. So content number one, backlinks number two, and the third and last thing are citations. All right, so this is all to do with the website, all to do with that organic section of Google that I showed you right over here. Let's head back. Okay, this is the organic section. The last part has to do with your Google My Business listing. So let's head over. So I found your Google My Business listing, all right? And we want to make sure that this is optimized, okay? We want to make sure that it has all the information, right? The hours, the phone number, the address, which is good. We want to add in pictures, right? You do a lot of jobs, before and afters, things like that. Put in the pictures, save those pictures with those keywords that we took a look at, all right? That way when people are typing them in, your Google My Business listing has a better chance of showing up as well. We also want to make sure that we're getting Google reviews after each customer. All right, these 5-star reviews are gold, right? Literally. And we also want a great description. It looks like you're missing a description for your business. We talked about how important content is, so definitely add that content. All right, and then you can post, pretty often as well. It looks like you have a couple offers going on, which is good. Okay, so really optimize this. Treat this as like your mini website. Okay, now I mentioned citations, and that's just your name, address, and phone number. We want to list those in business directories online, such as Yellow Pages. Okay, and really what that does is it gets your business name out there. Okay, it gets your information out there on the web, and it allows for Google to rank you accordingly in the map pack section, right? For any keyword that we took a look at. Like, so for example, HVAC Concord NH, okay, you're going to find a map pack section. All right, and Google's going to rank you accordingly based off of the optimization of that Google listing and the amount of citations you have. Okay, and it also links up with your website. So as long as you have all three things working together, Google's going to rank you in these top 3 spots. But we also want to take a look at competitors' Google My Business listing and see how we can outrank them by beating those out. We take a look at this first result. Live Free Heating and Cooling. They obviously have a website, so we want to go in and again beat out their content, beat out their ease of use, so customers are bouncing off your site, right? They looks like they have a quote right away, a call now button, so that's what we want to see. Pretty nicely laid out site there. All right, and then we're coming back here. They've got their information. They've got a ton of Google reviews, so you definitely want to work on yours. And then they have a description down here, so we see where we have to improve, right? So again, getting into this map pack is pretty important, along with the organic section. And to do that, we want to focus on content, backlinks, and citations. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to reach back out. Here's my business page, leadsbylordeye.com. All right, and here's my phone number in the top right corner. You can also send me a message on Facebook. I'll talk to you soon.